The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hey there, everybody, and welcome to the Happiness Jungle TV show with yours truly, your Chief Happiness Officer, Lyn-Dee Eldridge. And I am so blessed and so excited to bring to you today a woman who has so much passion about helping us all just become more, to look better, to be able to fit into our shell and develop and to give the persona of who we want others to look at us and say, wow, that lady, that person is so fabulous. From the outside in and from the inside out, we have none other than from Wellington, Florida. Yep, I said Wellington, Florida. Oh my goodness, this woman brings so much warmth into my life. We know her as LadyKay. It's Kaydia Brooks. Today's show is called Challenge Your Abilities, and she is now authoring a book. She's in the process of authoring her book, and it's called You Don't Know My Story. Hi, LadyKay! What is going on in Wellington, Florida?
Hi! Well, like I said before, it was cold last night, but we didn't have snow. But we're fine. We're fine. We're just getting ready for business later, and I'm just here speaking with you.
Yeah, I am so excited. You know, you have a background in the pageant industry. Do you know, and you do know, how many people don't even understand what it takes to be a part of a pageant? And, you know, even the title to your first book that's going to be coming out, You Don't Know My Story. Share with us everything that has created you to become who you are today. And I also want I want to give you a lot of credit and kudos, and I surely don't want to mess it up. I want you to share with us all of the accomplishments that you have been able to accomplish within the pageantry industry.
Okay. Well, I must begin from when I was a child. I was very shy, extremely shy. I would not have the courage to stand before a crowd and recite something or even sing. I knew my potential. I knew deep down what my soul was like, but I wanted to bring it forth, but I did not have the courage at all to bring that forth. So I used to read personal development books, and I used to dream. I used to have fairy tales going on in my brain. And I used to paint the picture of what I wanted my life to be like. I'm from a broken home. My dad and my mom, they were married. Then my dad vanished.
How old were you?
I think I was about 5 years old. Oh. 5 years old. My dad vanished, and I was very close with my dad. I could not understand what was going on. So I tried to find comfort in reading books and, you know, dreaming of what I wanted my life to be like, dreaming of, you know, making life better for my mother. And, you know, I would watch TV shows and picture myself on stage singing. So I found comfort in singing, and I found comfort in reading books and, you know, picturing what I wanted my life to be like. So besides that, I was extremely shy, right? And my mom would, you know, encourage me and so forth. And I liked public speaking, but I could not stand before a crowd. So I engaged in those activities because I knew I had to do that in order for me to bring out what I had within me. Huh. To help me with my self-confidence, I engaged in, pageantry and public speaking, although I would mess up at times. And eventually I got better and better, and it became a part of me because that was where I found my comfort. And this is why whenever people say to me that, oh, pageantry, it's just, oh, for girls walking on stage in heels. But for me, it's way more than that. It helped me to bring out my inner self. It helped me to stand in front of a crowd and say, look at me. This is who I am. It's not about wearing high heels or wearing swimwear on stage. It's about showcasing to the world who I am as a person and what I can bring to the table. And it helped me because now, although sometimes I tend to be a bit shy, once I get started, you cannot stop me because, you cannot stop me because now I know what I'm about and I know what I bring to the table. And there's a platform for me to do it. And pageantry paved the way for me. And this is why I'm so passionate about it. And when I see people who are eager to achieve, but they're shy and, they do not have a clue how to step outside of their comfort zone, I hug them and I say, listen, I was once there. I can help you. I know how to do this. I will show you. And this is one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about my business, Crowne Heels. Crowne is for the men, kings.
Oh, so you help men, women, boys, and girls.
Exactly.
Okay.
But when I started it, people asked me, okay, so is this company only for women? I said, no, do not divide us, please. I also grew men, because I do not believe in this segregation and, talking about women empowerment and so forth. I say, what about our men?
Yes.
We want them to be better also. Right? So here I am creating a company, Crowne to represent the males, right? Kings, and Heels to represent the women, kings and queens. Hence Crowne and Heels.
I love it. You're so creative.
Thank you so much.
How long has your business been in existence?
It's been in existence since 2013. But it's been officially registered for about 2 years now.
That is beautiful. And
yes.
Share with us some of your accomplishments, because there's a lot of them. There, I'm just so, when I say, Miss Jamaica, I know that there's going to come, and I'm hoping that it's in the very, very near future, that you and I are going to Jamaica, and we are going to impact, we are going to make a difference, we are going to just make happiness a part of it. And so share with me the accomplishments and the titles that you hold, because they're very, very impressive to me. And you're definitely going to hit somebody, man, woman, boy, or girl, that is watching our show right now, to make them realize that just because they're shy and timid, they could also accomplish these fabulous titles that you have accomplished.
Exactly. Just to add this, I remember, attending school. I used to be called Boasty. Because I was prim and proper. So they would look at me and criticize me because I was different. Right? And I did not have a problem with that. They used to also say, oh, she's into everything. And they used to say it sarcastically, meaning, oh, why is it that she has to be a part of this? Why is it she has to be a part of that? Why can't she just sit down and take a seat and so forth? But like I said before, I knew what I wanted to achieve. And being that way when I attended school helped to pave the way for me for all my accomplishments. I would go to job interviews and they would like me because of the way I presented myself. So although I was criticized for being a certain way, it helped me.
Was that in Jamaica?
That is in Jamaica. Yes, definitely.
Let me just ask you, the culture in Jamaica.
Yes.
Man versus woman, boy versus girl. What is that? Is it where the woman is like the olden days where the woman really needs to step back and walk behind? Is it a more equal playing field? Because everybody was trying to squash your dreams.
Yes.
And you're like, that's not happening.
No, not at all. And well, it's not a matter of, oh, women, you have to stay behind, and men, they have to lead. It's not like that, because we're different in our own ways. Yes, there are certain men who do believe that women must stay behind, whereas, you'll find Jamaican men who will encourage their partners and so forth. So it's a mixture. So it's not it's not a culture. It's just something that happened to me when I attended school. And I did not listen to those people who tried to bring me down, because I knew where I wanted to reach. And like I said, I engage in pageantry and so forth. So my first pageant was Miss Southeast St. Elizabeth. And the second one was Miss Fashion Village. I won Miss Fashion Village. That was my first title. That was like my first title. And I was so excited. And after that, I was ready for the world. I said, you know what? Come on, bring them on. The next one, the next one. And my confidence started to get better. And I wanted more. And when I realized that I could accomplish one, then I wanted the other one. And then I started to break out of my shell. And then when I realized the world was waiting for me, I wanted more. So I entered more pageants. And it helped me as a person. Like I said, it's not just about looking pretty, but you have to present yourself in a beautiful package to the world. And that's what I did with pageantry. So I won the title Miss Fashion Village. Then I was first runner-up in the Miss Southeast St. Elizabeth. Then from there, I entered the Miss Jamaica World Western competition, and I was top 5 in that competition. And then I went on to the national competition, which was the Miss Jamaica World in 2007. Wow. I also came second in the Miss Jamaica World Talent competition because, I sing. Woo-hoo, Lyn-Dee. So I came second in that. And then afterwards, I got pregnant with my son. So
little Nathaniel.
Yes, so I was unable to move forward with my pageant life because after having a child, you are not eligible to enter a pageant.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, that's a rule. That's a rule. And I wanted to enter the Miss Universe Jamaica afterwards, and I wasn't able to do that. So I said, I was passionate about this. So at that time, I was doing runway modeling, but I was very shy because I didn't like to expose my body. And I worked with Saint International Modeling Agency. And I hated the fact that backstage, we would have to hurry up and take our clothes off and get ready. And I'm like, trying to hide myself. I mean, like, people are looking at me changing. So I did not like that culture, and I stopped. I didn't enter pageants anymore because, like I said, I got pregnant and I didn't like the fact that I would have to, expose my body so much. So at that point, I felt like I got what I wanted out of me entering pageants. And that's when I said, okay, but I'm passionate about it. What am I going to do next? And I said, you know what? I can help people that felt the same way I felt when I first started out. Because I can see where they're at. I know what they're going through because I've been there, I've done that, and I know how to help them. And that's when I started to dream about owning my own company. And the rest is history, and there's more to it.
You know what I love about your story is that even though after you had your son, the pageant world said that you're pretty much done. And you tried different avenues and they weren't comfortable for you, but you still wanted to stay in that industry.
Yes.
And you found a way to make sure that you did.
Yes.
And now you're helping so many others.
Right. When people would, young ladies would reach out to me asking me for advice. This is before I started my business. They would ask me for advice. They would say, okay, I have this small pageant that I will be entering. Could you help me? And so forth. And can you help me, how to walk and how to answer the questions? And I said, you know what? I could turn this into a business. Because people are calling me all the time to help them to plan pageants and train the contestants and judge the pageants.
Wow.
And, yes, so
just because people were recognizing that you had great worth within your industry,
Right.
they started asking you your opinion. And
Right.
because
Right.
you realized that you were consulting them, you could make a living.
Right.
For my
Exactly.
audience out there, how many of you are being asked certain things and you're giving away all of your gold nuggets when in fact you can be starting to thrive and start your own entity from that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
powerful. That's very,
Yeah.
very powerful. My goodness. How long have you now lived in the States?
Well, I travel back and forth, so I'm not really living here because my company is based in Jamaica. So I travel here, my family here, my partner also, they have a company here. So,
Yep.
I attend seminars, I
Yes, you do.
speak
That's where we
and so
met.
forth. Right, that's where we met. And I loved your presentation, by the way. You're awesome. I I used to hear so much about you, and I was so happy when I finally met you. And what they told me about you, I saw it that night, and I knew who you were before they even said it to
I
me.
had no idea. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. That's very,
You're
very
welcome.
kind because
You're
I
welcome.
do adore your family in the States. I love them very, very much. I know your family for almost 17 years. I've
Mhm.
watched your fiance grow from a boy to a man. It's very nice. It's wonderful to see the kind of companion that he has become, which he modeled
He's
after his
awesome.
father, didn't he?
Yes, he is awesome. He's awesome. He's
Yeah.
very supportive, and I'm honored, and I'm happy, and I'm blessed, and I thank God, and I'm grateful for the
Yeah.
support because a woman like me, Cindy, cannot be with a man who is going to keep her back.
That's right.
I need someone who is going to push me when I get weak,
Mm-hmm.
and someone I can push if he's trying to sit down because he's too tired.
Good for
So
you. Yes, you
we
definitely complement one another. But
we
you
work
didn't
well
always have
together.
those kind of relationships, did you?
No, no,
You had to
no.
go through some monsters in order to find your king, your
Oh
crown.
my goodness. Yes, yes. I was in an abusive relationship, my first real serious relationship. Um, a relationship that tried to kill my spirit. It did in a sense, but there was always this little light inside of me that would not allow me to die. There was always this little girl inside of me, remembering all the dreams she had when she was a child,
Yeah.
remembering all the dreams that kept her alive when her father left and only her mother was standing beside her.
Yeah.
That little child inside of me kept me alive throughout my abusive relationship. Verbal abuse, verbally abusive, emotionally, physically, mentally, in every way that you can possibly think of. I was young, inexperienced. I was fresh. I was new to the world, and it came to me as a shocker when it started. I was like, "What is this I'm experiencing? No, but this is not what I wanted my life to be like. So what is going on? Is it my fault? But I'm a good person. I didn't do anything wrong. Oh my God, he has an issue. Now it's my time to fix him. I need to fix him. And
Oh.
while I tried to fix this person, I could not fix this person. And I realized that in the process of me trying to fix this person, I was killing myself. I was dying slowly. And,
Yes.
when I found out that I was pregnant with my son, I don't know what happened, Cindy, but something happened. And this is why I named him Nathaniel, which means gift of God. He was my savior in a sense, meaning when I found out I was pregnant with my son, I knew I had a greater purpose than myself because I had to live for him.
Yes.
And I had a wake up call. I said, I have to get away from this because I cannot save this person, and I am dying in the process. But hey, now I have a child to save, right? And I stepped away from it.
Yeah. It's
And
it's amazing.
I
It's
stepped away from
amazing
it.
how another small human being will become our savior, which is what Nathaniel did for you. My
Yes.
daughter Sika did for me at the age of 15 months. I
Hmm.
was just like you. We want to try to fix. Meanwhile, we are
Yes.
becoming more broken by that.
Broken.
And nothing is getting fixed.
No,
How
no,
long were you in that
nothing.
relationship?
I was in that relationship for about 6 years, 7
Yeah.
years. Like a couple weeks after we moved in together, I gave up everything I had on the side. I gave up everything. So this was a new life. And a couple weeks after moving in, that's when I started to see signs, and I started to question it, not understanding what was going on. And then, I would leave, I would go back because I would feel sorry for the person, and I would say, oh, he's in need. It's all about trying to fix the other person. And then, I had the wake up call. When I found out I was pregnant during the time when I, was entering the pageants and doing my runway fashion modeling and so forth, I knew that pregnancy was for a reason. I kept getting phone calls from different agencies, trying to offer me work, and I could not answer the phone calls. I didn't answer the phone calls. So I said, my son is here for a reason. And it was then I found out that he came to save me. He came to save me because it was then, like I said before, I found the strength to leave that relationship because I wanted more for him and I wanted more for myself. And I did it. We have such a strong bond. I did it. But I was a mess, Cindy. I stopped singing. I lost my voice. I used to be the person that would sing in the shower. I would sing every day, everywhere. I was writing, I was recording, I was working on my music career, and I lost my voice. That spirit left me. I could not even open my mouth to give a note. Nothing. I lost me.
You lost you.
I lost me. How did
you find you again?
My son helped me. I had a greater purpose than helping that person, and that greater purpose was for me to give my son the life that I dreamt of as a child. That relationship caused me not to believe in at that point. And eventually I got out of it and I got stronger and stronger. But in a sense, I'm still going through it.
Yes.
Because now I'm fighting a custody case because I'm fighting for my son. Because now that person realized that, what he used to do to me is no longer holding me back. So the only thing that he can use now is my heart, and that's my child.
Amen. That's right.
But I won't let it break me.
Yeah, you nailed it on the head. When they realize that they can no longer affect you in any way, they figure out real quick, wait a second, you have a seedling. It's called your son. Mine was my daughter. And boy, did they go after that with a vengeance. And yes, you want to see a mama bear get mean and our fangs get sharp? Go ahead and try that. So you're going to accomplish it. Don't you worry, my angel. Don't you worry at all, because it's going to happen for you and Nathaniel. And now you're with a really great man that's named Nathaniel. You got Nathaniels all over the world. You got God all around you, for God's sakes.
Yes, it's so funny that when my son was born, I looked at him and I thought to myself, no, I had a name before he was born. I wanted to name him Nathan. Then I said, no, I'm going to name him Jaden. But I said to myself, I wanted a powerful name. And I looked at him and I said, what name could I give him? And that's when I said, oh, he's a gift. Oh my God, Nathaniel, gift of God. And then, years went by and I thought to myself, I love my son so much. And I said to myself, I wonder if one day I'll be able to meet someone with the same name. And I thought to myself,
you manifested it.
I thought to myself, it would be so great to have my son with the name Nathaniel and my partner with the name Nathaniel, and I would be calling the name Nathaniel, and both of them would answer at the same time.
And here they are.
And here they are.
You manifested that. What we throw out in the universe does come to us. We just have to pay attention. I want to go out to the audience real quick, and I want them to realize that if you're in any way, shape, or form in any kind of a relationship that does not make you feel your self-worth, and you don't have a child, don't allow that to be not the reason that you're not moving forward. Allow it to be the reason that you want to move forward. It's for you and you alone. You are a very, very special person. You do not need another spirit to help you regain the strength to be able to take your life to a happy horizon. You can manifest a better tomorrow. You cannot fix the person that is hurting you. You can only pray for them, give them forgiveness. I didn't say forget. Give them forgiveness, and slowly, let's go ahead and get you to a healing ground so you could have what it is you want for your tomorrow. Manifesting greatness. Start reading more personal development. Start learning about the inner strength within you. Contact me, Lyn-Dee Eldridge, your Chief Happiness Officer of the Happiness Jungle. This is what it's all about. In order for you to find your inner strength so you could glow and sing, you need to contact LadyKay. LadyKay, give them your email address so they can contact you.
My email address is crowneheels@gmail.com. That's crowneheels@gmail.com. And I also have a Facebook page. It's LadyKay, that's LadyKay, personal development coach. Yeah.
Yeah, yes. We never said life was easy, but we did say that you can be happier. And each day will bring you a new challenge, but it's a stepping stone to help you grow and to prosper and to become passionate about what you want your life to be. It's not up to anybody else to create your happiness within. It's up to you to create your happiness. And when you have LadyKay here who's telling you that you could have it, and that's willing to share the gold nuggets and to coach you, you are going to grow. What last minute, because I can't believe our show is almost over. I want you to give your last words of encouragement, because challenge your abilities is very powerful. 20 seconds. Give your most sincere pop for our audience.
Forgiveness will give you peace. I found it so difficult to forgive because I was hurting. But now I no longer hurt because I realize that what I went through is preparing me to help you. Because I am now embracing all that I went through. I am embracing, I'm grateful, I'm thankful for all the experiences I've had, because they're enabling me to be fully equipped to give you exactly what it is that you need to heal yourself. Challenge your abilities always. Always listen to that young, tiny little girl or boy within you that is speaking to you.
Powerful.
And
quick.
And it is never, you're not crazy speaking to yourself. So look at yourself in the mirror and speak to yourself, because you know you best.
Hello, world. Hello, world. Stick and Stay, the Happiness Jungle TV show brings it on again with LadyKay from Wellington, Florida. With love. Woo. Thank you so much. Boom. Mwah. Love you.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.